what's up, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. Listen, I was reading an article from Psypost, and the author was Eric W. Dolan. Now, the name of this article was Speed Dating Study Sheds Light on the Role of Self-Control in Selecting a Partner. What does all that mean? Well, what they did was they took a group of 342 people, all right? Half of them men, half of them women. And they did 11 speed dating events. And now these people were between the ages of 18 and 30. And these speed dating events were 3-minute long sessions. And what they were trying to figure out was how people determine if somebody that they're having an interaction with is potentially a long-term partner or if it's just a sexual thing. You know, and ultimately what they were trying to figure out was the level of self-control that people have, where it's like, okay, I'm looking for a long-term partner and I got to have self-control as to not get sexual too fast and things like that, and play the long game and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they were really trying to figure out. So what they did was they asked the people who decided that they were going to go on a second date, right? So you had these 342 people, 171 men, 171 women. And, you know, some of them didn't match and things of that sort, but some of them did. And they're going to go on second dates. So the people that were going to go on second dates, they asked them how they saw that person, if they were a long-time partner, you know, a candidate for being in a long-term relationship, or if it was just sexual. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the main theme that they figured out by doing this study. And it's probably not that shocking. Maybe it will be a little surprising to you. But the key is we're going to work on and talk about what you can do with that information. All right, we're going to get into it right now. Let's get it. Hey guys, want to take this quick time out just to remind you, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, man. We want to be able to bring you this information as quickly as possible. If you're getting value out of it, man, it costs you nothing to subscribe to the channel, but it means a lot to us because we can keep going, we can keep moving forward. So make sure you do that. Also, give us a thumbs up, man. Drop a comment in the comment section on things that you want us to cover, you know, or whatever the topic of the video is about, chop it up with us, man. Let us know what you think, you know. So drop that comment, share it with somebody that you know needs to hear it. Also, the last Saturday of every month, we do a live Zoom event. We will have it linked up here. And what I want you to do is register for that, man. It's 100% free. This month, we're going to be talking about social circle game. So what does it mean to build out a social circle? How you can do that? Why is that important? We're going to give you all those answers, man, and show you step by step how to do that for it to work for you. Remember, the last Saturday of every month. All right, we're going to hop back into the video. Let's get it. All right, the main theme that they figured out throughout all this study was something, like I said, that's probably not all that surprising to you. It's that women are more selective. All right, so the guys were more apt to date these women and blah, blah, blah that they were linking up with in this dating study. The women were far more selective. Okay, so here's the deal. What do we do with that information? We know that now, scientifically, this study has been done, and I don't think that surprises too many people, that women are more selective than men. What do we do with that information? Well, to me, what it says is you have to stand out, okay? You have to separate yourself from the pack. You have to be a guy that's a cut above, that is something unique, something different, something that's eye-catching. And even if you're not the best-looking guy in the world, you can still make an impact. You can still be something different, something about you that stands out. Now, every guy has those qualities. Every guy has those traits, those intrinsic values. Sometimes it's hard to communicate it. And sometimes it's even harder to communicate it in a very short amount of time. A lot of times you don't have 3 minutes. A lot of times 3 minutes is as much as you get. Now, these were speed dating events, and so, they're on a clock. I mean, it is literally 3 minutes, okay? But sometimes you don't even have that long. And so communicating your intrinsic value is so, so important. And we talk about that so much, how to do that. What intrinsic qualities you have, how to identify those things, and how to communicate it in a short window of time to make that window of time so much bigger. Why? Because she wants to invest her time in you, man. So that's what that information tells me. What I want you to do is in the comments, drop down there, look, man, what do you think your intrinsic qualities are? Give me your top 5 intrinsic qualities. And second to that, if you don't even know what intrinsic qualities are, let us know, because we want to help you identify those things. All right, we're going to get to the next point. Let's get it. Number 2, stand out, right? So that's what I was talking about in the first point. But how can you do that in the shortest amount of time possible? So we're going to give you a few different pointers, a few different tips on how you can do that. The first thing that everybody can fix: short, tall, fat, skinny, whatever. Everybody can work on this and hone this skill. Good looking, ugly, it doesn't make a difference. Everybody can work on this. What am I talking about? 2 things: body language and tonality. All right. If you've watched this channel for any amount of time, I'm a big advocate of both of those things, right? So listen, your body language says so much about you. I think it's something like 90%, maybe more, of communication is communicated not verbally, nonverbal communication. So we're talking about things like body language, facial expressions, hand gesturing. All those things are all so important, man. Now, look, you don't have to be as animated as I am. I'm an animated dude, right? Like, listen, I mean, right now, I think that you could probably tell that. I talk with my hands a great deal. You don't have to take it to that extreme. And you don't have to have that much energy and that much forcing your voice out and all those types of things. You have to do all of that, okay? But what you do have to do is improve from where you're at now. Now, we've demonstrated before a couple of different ways of being able to fix your body language, fix your tonality. Look, if she can't hear you, she's not going to listen. You get one what? By the second what, it's a wrap, okay? So look, what do I mean by that? If I'm over here and I'm talking to a girl and, and I'm like really quiet and the atmosphere is even a little bit louder, she's going to say, what? Well, okay, I'm speaking up a little bit more, but she still really can't hear me. So by the second what, she's tuned out. And she's like, what? You know what, we're kind of busy. We're having a conversation. So, beat it. Kick rocks, dude. So that's the thing. You can work on your tonality. You can work on your body language, your posture, standing up tall, shoulders back, chest out, chin up. It demonstrates confidence. It shows that you are a man of confidence before you even open your mouth. Guys that are louder talkers tend to do better with women. It just, for whatever reason, that seems to be the case. And there's statistics to back that up. Now listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to transformyourdatinglife.com. Okay, we have a whole program there that's designated for free, by the way, for you. We cover this significantly, man. We did a whole boot camp that we filmed that we also put on there as bonus footage. And so we go over the body language exercise, the tonality exercise, all that good stuff, man. It's all in there for you. So if you want to learn more about that, go check that out. All right, we're going to get into number 3. Let's get it. Number 3, maximize your looks. All right, you see some guys online talking about looks maxing. I'm not one of these guys that says, you have to be 10 out of 10 of a guy to do well with women. I'm not one of those guys. But what I am saying is it's a good idea to work on the way that you present yourself to the world, okay? And that's the way that you dress, the way that you carry yourself, the way you take care of yourself. You know, look, you are gonna be a better looking dude if you're fit, in shape, you have more energy, more stamina, you know, in all kinds of different ways. And so, like, look, man, you know, do that. It doesn't cost that much, man, you know, to get out there and work out. You know what I mean? Most of you guys kind of know the deal as far as that goes, but you got to discipline yourself to do it. And I'm no different. I'm on a weight loss challenge right now. I'm not where I want to be looks-wise. It's always a process, and I'm putting myself out there too. It's something that I am actively working on. I'm set a goal for myself to lose roughly 30 pounds. I'm gonna throw that challenge out there to you guys too. Lose some weight if you need to lose some weight. If you need to put some muscle on, put some muscle on. Get in the gym. Sweat a little bit sometimes. You know what I mean? Look, you know, in some places, gyms might be closed. You know what isn't closed? The sidewalk, right? You can go out and you can jog. You can do push-ups in your house. If you have weights at home, you can work out with those. There's always stuff you can do. If nothing else, you can walk up and down your stairs. I mean, if you have stairs. If you need to update your wardrobe a little bit. If you want to have a certain sense of style about yourself. Look at a celebrity that you really like the way that they present themselves, you know, with their sense of fashion. Doesn't mean you have to go out and buy a bunch of expensive stuff, but if you model that and you get things that are similar, if you think it will look good on you, try it out. Go to the store, try some clothes on, see how it looks on you. If it does, you don't have to spend a ton of money, man. You could go out, you know, save up a little bit of money, $100, and go get a few shirts and a couple of pairs of jeans probably, you know, and look, and you're gonna feel and look so much better, and it's gonna show that you take care of yourself. There's so many guys, I call them the Keds guy, right? So what they do is they, you know, you see these guys at the mall, and they're all the same. They're just like a herd of khaki, like plaid shirts or like some kind of like polo type of shirt and some Keds. Look so blah, you know? Have a little bit of fashion about yourself. Now, you might look at me and say I'm not the most fashionable guy. I mean, I'm wearing a white t-shirt right now, but I like the way that I look. I like how that kind of stuff looks on me. I like basic look with accentuating it with stuff, rings, things like this, you know, accessories and that kind of thing, which kind of offsets that a little bit, okay? Now, you don't have to take it to a crazy extreme, but have something, some kind of conversational piece that's a little bit different than what normal guys wear, Ked guy, okay? All right, we're gonna get into number 4. Let's go. Number 4, be social. I think you know what I mean when I'm talking about that, but let me break it down a little bit more. And I'm not even talking about cold approach. I'm talking about places and environments where being social is the norm. You know, so like, look, you're at a party. You get invited to a buddy's party. There's 50 people there. You don't know everybody. You might know a handful. You know your buddy and a couple other friends maybe, but you don't know everybody. Get to talking. Get to know people. You know, sometimes guys are like, I don't know what to talk about. Talk about the party. Talk about what's going on around you. Talk about your buddy. You know him in common. You know, talk about whatever. And then as that conversation starts to happen, there's going to be conversational threads to look for. She might bring up something about her job or something like that. You could talk about that for a little bit. Or school. There's all kinds of things to talk about and keep the conversation moving. You just have to look for those conversational threads to pivot off of, and then start working the next thread. You see what I mean? And listen, the 29th of May, we're gonna be doing a live event on Zoom. We do one every month. The link is gonna be in the description here. All you gotta do is register, man. It's a live Zoom event, 100% free, and it's gonna be on growing out your social circle. So make sure you register for that. And, you know, we'll see you there. And I'd love to chop it up with you guys. You know what I mean? So make sure you register, make sure you show up, and you're gonna learn how to grow that social circle out and how to communicate with it, okay? All right, we're gonna get number 5. Let's go. Number 5, learn game. All right, this whole channel is predicated on health, wealth, relationships, you know, dating, all that kind of thing. And so by you understanding how to interact with a girl, how to flirt with a girl, how to get her invested in you, that is going to reap benefits. See, she's talking to these guys who all ask the same questions. It's like a job interview, and they're not all the things that we've talked about in the previous points. They're just the Keds guy, they're just there. They're just another person. If you know game, you know where to take it. You know how to show the value that you have that she's going to want to invest in. All right? And so, look, man, it's like this. If you don't learn it, some of you guys might be naturals, but a lot of you are not. That's why you're watching these videos, man. Go out there and do the points that we're talking about, the tips, all that kind of stuff. Because if you don't, then all you're doing is watching this. And you're really not getting a lot out of it. It's like watching 8-minute ab videos and hoping that your abs are a 6-pack by the end of the week because you've been watching the videos. If you're not doing the exercises, nothing's gonna happen. You're just watching it. We give you actionable advice. Go out there, take the action. Now listen, earlier in the video, we talked about displaying your value. Now, we did a video a little while back on that very thing that we go really deep on how to understand what your intrinsic value is and how to communicate it. So what I want you to do is I want you to go check that video out, and I will see you there.